This exercise is asking us to convert the following standard form quadratic function into vertex form, and then determine the vertex and the x-intercepts from vertex form. Okay, so what I've got going here is I've just copied down our general standard form function for a quadratic and our general vertex form for a quadratic. What I want to do first is just write out a, b, and c from the standard form. Okay, so a equals 2, b equals -6, and c equals -20. In order to find the vertex, I just do the x coordinate equals -b over 2a. So I can continue from there. -6 is just 6 over 2 times 2. That equals 6 over 4. And I can reduce that to 3 over 2. So this is the x coordinate of our vertex. We can also say that that is equal to h. All right. So that's our h. Now we just have to find our k, and then we can put it into vertex form. The way we find our k is to plug h into the standard form function. -49 over 2. And this is our k value. Okay, so I've got h and I've got k. Don't worry too much about the fractions. These seem kind of awkward. I leave them as fractions because I think the multiplication is easier that way. Just try to follow along with the process. Don't get bogged down with the fractions. So now I just have to plug in a, h, and k to get my vertex form. So I know that a equals 2. It's the same a from the standard form equation. X. Now I do the opposite sign, minus. This is positive, so I keep the minus sign. Squared plus k, but this is negative, so it's going to be -49 over 2. So this right here is my vertex form. If I want to find my vertex from that, it's just h and k. Or I take the opposite sign from here, from my h, so it's the vertex 3 over 2, -49 over 2. Now I've copied down our vertex form, but we still need to find the x-intercepts from vertex form. So again, don't get bogged down by the fractions, try to follow along with the process. First, I have to set this side equal to 0. When y equals 0, that's where we have our x-intercepts. Now I'll add 49 over 2 to each side. Now I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. Now I've got to square root both sides, but there's an important detail that we have to pay attention to when we do this. When we square root this left side, we have to do the plus and minus version. 7 over 2 equals x minus 3/2. But I also have to do the negative version of this, so I can write 2 equations. You can see that the right side of both of these is the same, but the left side I have a positive version and a negative version. Okay, that's the most important step of finding these x-intercepts. Now I just have to do a little subtraction or addition. So I know that my intercepts are 5, 0, -2, 0. See if you can check that by factoring this quadratic right here and see if you get the same answers.